works. There we go. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Beer here, 29-year veteran of the woods. Yes, indeed, people. It's the real deal. You have other people out there saying, "Oh, I'm a veteran of the woods." No. It's beer. It's the real deal out there, people. Yes, indeed. It's where bears live. Great to have everyone here with us. Another week. It's just exploding out there, people. Bear wants to thank all the new and the new viewers, the new subscribers out there. Want to thank everybody out there. It is blowing up on Bear. Although sad news, people. Very sad news. Unfortunately, the alternate channel has overtaken the main channel. Yes, indeed, people. Bear's little dinky channel that he started just to have something just in case anything happened to the main channel. Let's put all the live shows over there. It should be good. It has overtaken the main channel out there, people. So we need to get some more subscribers. Now, we want to thank all the new people out there. We do appreciate it also very much. Try to do this every Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's getting a little bit difficult here for Bear. Bear was just at kind of a little swindig, a little party out there. They had finger foods and some beer and stuff like that. Bear's a little bit on the second beer here from Oyster City, so it might be kind of an interesting show for you good people out there. Yes, indeed. They had the little finger food out there. That's nice and all, but I tell you what, a lot of bone and not a whole lot of meat on those fingers there, so a little disappointing for Bear. Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Say hello to the great people out here in the chat. Hello, people. Great to have Amy here. And Jiminy as well. Where is P-Money? We don't know. I have no idea. Lazy Saturdays are the best. It's going to be one of those kind of shows, kind of more of a hangout show. We got a couple things to talk about here, but yeah, Bear didn't put a... Well, I shouldn't say that for the beginning of the show here, but just kind of stringing it together here for you good people. Yes, indeed. Oh, and of course Melissa, too. For crying out loud. Bear's going to blame the beer here. I want to say hello to Amy, Jiminy, Melissa, possibly Jiminy, or P-Money, wherever he's at. We have no idea where Marco for Anthony is either. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. An interesting professional show. You're putting too much effort onto Bear here. Too much effort onto Bear. Alright, let's go ahead. We've only got one. Let's just go ahead and bring it up here. If Bear can find it. Crying out loud. Professional show, yada, yada, yada. From Shane. For crying out loud. From Shane Davis. From Shane Davis out there. You've only got 11 days left, people. Supplemental update. Plus, campaign closes in 12 days. Well, 11 now. Hello, our beloved 9Live comic fans and supporters. Bear should do that. He should have said beloved. Our beloved people out here. We've got a quick art update for you guys here today. Showcasing some artwork from the supplemental book. One of the stories in the book will lead directly into the events of Volume 2. They kind of ended Volume 1 there. Kind of... It wasn't really a cliffhanger. Inglorious Rex, monster boxing, essentially, is what it was. And then, let me bring it up here. I'll show you good people here. They kind of, all of a sudden now it's kind of a post-apocalyptic world that, you got very kind of, talked around a little bit in the first book there. They probably should have intercut some of the, outside world with the inside boxing world. You kind of figured, okay, where the heck the monster's coming from? But anyways, they had that kind of, not necessarily a cliffhanger, but a, what would you call it? Kind of a reveal? Kind of an interesting reveal out there, so kind of goes outside of, what was it called? Arc City? Something, yeah, Arc City, there we go. Kind of went outside that, so then you kind of see this sort of post-apocalyptic monster, all that sort of stuff there, but, entries. Anyways, where are we? Book will lead directly into events of Volume 2 and explain why the Vial, V-I-I-L-E, Vial, are attacking Ark City. Probably the monsters there. We'll be following a crack team. A crack team. Not a team on crack. That would be an entirely different book. Be following a crack team out into the polluted wastelands on their secret mission. So there we go. There's that. And they also had some... Let me find it here. Some interesting black and whites. There you go. Got some interesting stuff there. There we go. I guess they're walking through rubble? I guess that looks like rubble there. Like from I guess like that landslide or something like that. So there we go. Into the cave. Watch out, there's bears in there. That would be very interesting if the main enemies turn out to be a bear. If you want the full experience of Inglorious Rex, you'll definitely want to make sure you have picked up a copy of the supplemental book in the campaign. Also, a reminder, the campaign will close out on the 26th of April at 11:59 p.m. We'll even get over to April 27th. And you'll be able to back it. After. I think she meant to say you will not be able to back it after that date. So be sure to back prior to that and not to miss out. Man, that's a really oddly worded sentence there. That's right. Thank you for supporting us here at Nine Lives Comics. We continue to work hard on the book, and we'll have more updates and art for you coming soon. Your pledge to our campaign helps us continue to put out great quality books in a timely manner, and we really appreciate your support. So there you go. There's some good stuff. There's the black and the white that you get to see there, and of course, nice little color there. There we are. There we go. Interesting stuff there. So there we are. That's the only one that Beer got here today. So hopefully we'll have some more stuff coming up here the next week there. But yeah, if you want to check out Inglorious Rex, I'm trying to remember. Gosh dang, Beer. If you want to check out Inglorious Rex #2, go check that out. You only got 11 days left, so a little over a week there. Little over a week. There we go. All right, let me get back to the thing with the thing. Yada yada yada. Got some stuff here. Gosh dang it, Beer. It would help if you were somewhat prepared for this show instead of having finger food. We've got some stuff here. I'm just gonna kind of go through it, maybe read some headlines, and if anybody has any wants to see more, oops, why are we doing that? There we go. We want to see more. We can do that. Bob Iger defends Marvel ousting ties to defund Disney. Ron DeSantis feud. Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. You know what? Beer learned something the other day. He was trying to do the Star Wars stuff. Oh, the Star Wars Celebration stuff came out. Let's talk a little bit about that. Yada, yada, yada. Everybody wanted to go talk about the Mario movie that was out. That was all that was going on in the chat. Bear was trying to talk about Star Wars. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Star Wars. We've kind of said it in the past. Bear's kind of known it for quite a while there. It just kind of rung home a little bit for Bear there. Star Wars. I was about to say Disney. Disney 2. Star Wars pretty much dead. Nobody really wants to talk about or do anything about it. So Bear's gonna probably push the Star Wars stuff off to the side. We don't even know if the movies are coming out. The TV series, who cares? I don't care. Whatever. Unless there's something just fantastic that's coming out. Oh, we've got to talk about it. I'd probably push the Star Wars stuff aside for a while, just because, why continue to kind of beat a dead horse, really? So there you go. There is that. Oh, by the way, Amy was asking about this the other day. We're gonna start off the show with financial news. Oh boy. Yes, indeed. Let's see, who was this? Macro Necrotrends.net. Oh boy. Asking about Disney's debt versus Warner Brothers. So just wanted to talk about that real quickly here. Man, oh man, exciting stuff here. So anyways, Disney debt to equity ratio is what they're showing here. So actually, it is here 2020, at the end of 2022, a little over $101 billion. $101 billion. Came down a little bit from kind of the peak there. 117 billion back in 2020. Probably pandemic related. Um, I mean, you see where it was like 45 way back in 2018. So I'm not sure what happened there in 2019. How much is Disney losing every month now? We don't have that. Beer didn't dig down too deeply into that. We were just trying to compare apples to apples here with debt as far as Disney and Warner Brothers going. Long-term debt, theirs is more of a long-term situation there. They had a little bit of a difference there on another website. Bear will kind of get to it in just a second. So, just as a comparison here, their whole entire market cap, 184 billion. So you got a little over $100 billion in debt, and your whole entire shebang there is little less than 200. So you got quite a bit there. Revenue $82 billion. So even if they took all of their revenue, they wouldn't be able to pay off their debt. Of course, you wouldn't be able to pay your people or anything else like that. But yeah, they still wouldn't be able to make in a year what they would have to pay off. Now, it doesn't have to come due. I'm not sure exactly when that's due right away. But there you go. There was another one here. Apples to apples. We'll try. We'll definitely try. This is from Y Charts. A little bit different. I'm trying to figure out why they had the difference there. There was, if we go back here, it may be the difference between the shareholder and the long-term debt. I'm not exactly sure how they did this, but anyways, they have it for $48 billion, 48, 51, 52. Again, I'm not really sure what the difference is between the two over there. It didn't really say here, but anyways, there we are. That is Disney. We're either looking at 48. I believe this is the more correct one here. The 100 and almost $2 billion out there. So there is that. Going over to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, they actually have their debt is at $48 billion. It's the same website here. So Macro Trends and Macro Trends. So we're trying to compare, at least get those comparable there. So Disney at 101. Warner Brothers at 48. Although Bear believes a little bit of that is coming due a little bit sooner than the Disney ones. If Bear remembers correctly. So you can kind of see throughout the years there. Let's see, six billion back in 2014, coming even up to 2021, $14 billion. And then Discovery actually bought out Warner Brothers. That's why it's quite a bit difference there. $48 billion. $48 billion. So there you go. That is the difference between the two. There you go. There you are, people. So I hope that helps out, Amy. Hope that helps out. Anyways, Disney owes a whole lot more, but their market cap and revenue are a whole lot more as well. So let's see, what was Warner Brothers? 38 compared to 184. So quite a big difference. Revenue 33 to 82. So more than double there. So that would be the difference between the two. Although Beer, he kind of says, probably one of these things is probably going to be spun off here. CNN, DC probably, maybe. HBO, maybe not. Food Network. Don't get rid of my Guy Ferrari. Some of the other cable channels, TNT might be one. TBS. Some of the Turner stuff they might want to get rid of. So there you go. That might be one of the ways that Warner Brothers gets a little bit of money in their pocket there. So there we are. That hopefully I didn't lose the entire audience there. No, we gained some people. All right, there we go. We should talk more about funding and debt and all that other stuff. So anyways, there we go. Bob Iger, blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. P Money made it, finally. Finally. Tell you what. Disney saying, ha, my horrendous debt is not as bad as your horrendous debt. They're still pretty bad off. They are still pretty bad off there. Alright, just kind of quick hits here. Quick hits. The biggest box office bombs of 2022. So there you go. Let's see, they got the Buzz Lightyear in there. The alleged wife beaters in there as well. Really? Or girlfriend. Sorry, girlfriend beater. There you go. Interesting stuff there. You can check that out if you want. A Baywatch remake. I'm sure there's no way that they can screw that up, right? No way. No way as heck. I'm sure they wouldn't just, race and gender swap everybody. We'll have the first trans a lifeguard out there. Trans lifeguard. That would be, people, a historic event. Historic. I don't know. I'll read this one. A $29 ham and cheese sandwich. A total ripoff. So why are New Yorkers eating it up? I don't know. New York Post, obviously. Jeanette, whatever. Rambo, whatever. New Yorkers are getting priced out of eating sandwiches. A ham and cheese sandwich at El's Bars Eat on the Upper East Side now costs $31.57. That's even more than some of the Mickey D's burgers overseas. And Gothamites are experiencing intense sticker shock over the cost of what was once a working class staple. Well, we kicked all those people out. It sparked outrage among eaters when a Reddit thread, of course a Reddit thread, with a photo of the sandwich caption, a $29 ham and cheese sandwich, drew more than 600 comments and 2,000 upvotes on Monday. So there's your $30-odd sandwich right there. Which really, it's just two sandwiches kind of folded over. Kind of getting the best there. It's not the best ham and cheese sandwich. It's not the worst. It's just fine. I would absolutely not have picked up the sandwich had I looked at the price. Somebody added. Who is adding? Oh, this person. The first time I bought the sandwich, I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "No, we're not. It's $40. It's $40 now. Inflation." The luxury lunch item is actually two sandwiches made from ham, Gruyere cheese, mustard, and 4 slices of 7-grain health bread. That must be where all the cost goes. Even then, it's fairly small. The idea of a ham and cheese sandwich selling for $29 is ridiculous, even if it serves 2 portions, no matter how good the ingredients are, or where they're from, or how tasty the sandwich is. Says Phil Lumpert, that'd be the editor. We all go there at supermarketguru.com. Beer's got that bookmarked. There we go. There's the very healthy bread. You got more bread than you got even meat. Holy cow. You're really skimping. Really skimping out there, I tell you, people. Well, you can get half a ham and cheese sandwich for only $16, or an egg salad sandwich for $24. There you go. Just get the egg salad sandwich from a bag. Yeah, that ought to be good. When the Post went to purchase the sandwich on Friday, an employee at the Madison Avenue Eatery was so embarrassed the price, they offered to charge us a mere $22. That's an insult. No way am I going to pay $30 for this sandwich. All right, we'll make it $22. Okay. They also noted that there was a full soup and salad meal with a drink for $18 at the Panera. There we go. You don't even have to pay for we talked about this the other time. You could just go in. They have the little bags right up front there. You just go grab one. The owner makes The owner makes the prices. We don't make them. Another employee told the Post. That would be interesting if the employees could make the price. Some people complain, but a lot of people who live around here, they know the prices, and they don't complain. Because they're fools. Because they like it. They do? Really? That? They like it? $30? I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Silly people. We persisted with the $29 sandwich purchase and found it to be reminiscent of an airport sandwich. Probably about the same price, too. The bread was moist but lacked flavor, perhaps from sitting in the refrigerator for too long. The ham and Gruyere were tasty enough, but there was hardly enough meat and cheese. No kidding. Where was it? Look at that. There's hardly any. There's more bread. More bread. This is a bread sandwich featuring ham and cheese. Where were we? Zabar did not immediately return a request for comment. His mouth was full. The $29 ham and cheese is part of a larger trend of ridiculously priced Sammys infesting the city, ranging in price from around $15 at grab-and-goes such as... Oh, Pret A Manager. I thought a Pet A Manager. I'm like, wait a minute, are they serving dogs and cats? For the low price of $15. And Subway to anywhere from $18. Holy cow, 18 for a foot long? Man, oh man. They might need to bring Jared back. Crying out loud. There you go. There you go. There's your $18. At least it's got lettuce and some sort of green stuff on there. I'm not sure if that's mold or not. Not sure. There's your Subway sandwich that you're gonna go in the middle of the night when it's snowing. You grab your sandwich and you're heading back. And oh my god, it's freaking mega country! Ah! And while inflation eased up last month, prices in the Big Apple remain unappetizing. No kidding. Food costs are continually rising. Ben Zarfos, owner of the Mediterranean restaurant Ten Hope in Williamsburg, told the Post, "There's an easy solution to that. We need to blow the bridges. Just blow up the bridges going in and out of Manhattan. That would be... I think that's their best hope. Kind of like the Batman movie there. For the first time ever, New York City was named the most expensive city in the world, tying only with Singapore. There you go. Ridiculously priced ham sandwiches notwithstanding, restaurant owners say they're in a bind when it comes into pricing. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta make a markup of $25. Oh my god. It's bread, it's ham, and it's cheese. There's really not much... Oh, and mustard as well. Mustard. There's not much labor involved in that. You put the one thing on top of the other thing, you smear some mustard on there. Bada big, bada boom. What's that? $5? Maybe less. I don't know. I don't know out there. P-Money says, I always say when I eat my $10 sandwich, this needs to cost $19 more and make it a lot better. You can taste it. You taste it right there. New Yorkers are fools, says Miguel. Good to see Miguel out here. Make your own sandwich. There you go. No, they can't do that. They're in too much of a hurry. Too much of a hurry out there. Let's see. I would like a little meat sprinkled on my bread sandwich. Yeah, there you go. There you go. When you have politicians that never never run a lemonade stand, and you combine that with all the increases in raw goods, they're chasing businesses in droves out of our great city. It says a Brooklyn dumpling shop restaurateur and author. I'll let you people figure that one out, told the Post. When we do our cost analysis on our menu, it's not based on the cost of food, but commercial real estate. They got plenty of that. They just added a rent. There's a rent tax? What? Hold on. There's a rent tax. Ay. Wait, shouldn't the business owner, whoever you're renting from, shouldn't they be the one paying the tax? Is that double taxation? Should we be throwing our sandwiches into the Hudson, Probably throw a bunch of Subway sandwiches into the Hudson out there. Tax too much. If your rent is over 20... What? Rent is over $20,000 a month, which most restaurants are. You have to pay a 6% tax to the city. What? Who's going to pay that? At the end of the day, it's you, sir. It's the consumer. So there you are. There is your lovely, appetizing $16 Subway sandwich. It's mega country. I was beaten within an inch of my life, says P-Money. But I saved this sandwich. Yes, indeed. Let's see. P-Money and the Little Monies are playing a board game. There you go. Say hello from Bear. Say hello from Bear. The toast sandwich, invented in England, is the cheapest food around. I'm not so sure about that one. You gotta put something on there. Like avocado or something. There you go. Your egg salad sandwich for only $24. A reasonable price out there. Good to see Jeff. Great to see Jeff out here. Hopefully he's doing well with his book. Somebody go buy his book, people. There you go. I think they're up to octuple taxation now. Wow, that's a lot of sandwiches. That is a lot of sandwiches. It's toast between two slices of bread. Isn't that... that's... okay. All right. We'll go with it, Amy. We'll go with that. For the low price of $45. You can take out a loan. You get your ham and cheese sandwich out there in New York City. So there you go. There's that. The Disney stuff, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bear came across this one. It is a long article here. Very long. I don't want to read all of it here. Jeff says, yes, buy my book. Buy my book. Inside Amazon Studios, big swings hampered by confusion and frustration. Did I put this in the... Hold on, let me see if I put this in the description. Let's see. That's the only one that Bear put in there, but there you go. There you go. Actually, no, let me put in the sandwich story, for crying out loud. Put that in there. Anyways, it is a long article. Bear's not going to read all of it here. If you got some time this weekend, you can probably go check it out. Bear's just going to hit a couple little highlights here for you good people. Do the thing with the thing. Let's see, $29. That would be helpful. Let's see, did I do the thing? There we go. There it is. Okay, there we are. Check out the $29 ham and cheese sandwich out there. Despite ambitious bets like Daisy Jones and the Six, has anybody seen this? Seen commercials for it. And the upcoming Citadel. Excited, everybody's excited. Insiders complain that there's still no vision for what Amazon Prime show is. You may have an idea. I know they had the one with the, what was it? There was the alternate World War II or something like that history. That was interesting, I suppose. It was like the first season was okay, and then everything else just kind of fell off a cliff. That's kind of the thing with Amazon. They'll start like with an interesting premise or idea of a show, and then usually your Amazon shows last maybe 2, sometimes 3 seasons. Some of the bigger ones might last a little bit longer, but that's about it. So Amazon's kind of in a weird, kind of odd situation there. So there you go. Amy is good. She's having soda and pizza. That does sound good. Bear's having beer and finger food. Let me try a drink. Oyster City. Oyster City. And it didn't cost anywhere near $45. Melissa is doing nice, working on animation to test the dialogue system. Very cool. Very cool. Good luck, Melissa. Hopefully that does really well for you. But Chief Jen Salke says they're missing the point. You don't reverse engineer true creative vision. I'm sure you could try. With a lot of money, you probably could. Excuse me. It's beer talking. It's long been an open secret that Jeff Bezos has yearned for hair. I meant his own Game of Thrones. And that's Amazon's big swing if it reached for its own massive hit was The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. Believed to be it was the most expensive series ever made. $1 billion. Last September, the show began with a bang, delivering the biggest debut ever on the streamer in what Amazon studio chief Jen, I'm going to call it Sulky, called a very culturally defining moment. All of us felt that. I mean, every single one of us. He's like, oh wow, this is the turning point right here. The Rings of Power. Yeah. But with season 1 wrap, the show was less defined than hoped, falling short of being the breakout hit that Amazon had envisioned. While Amazon, like other streamers, provides only limited data, and internally it held information even more closely than usual on the series, because that's what you do. If your series is so groundbreaking, it's bringing in all these brand new viewers, signing up for Prime and all this stuff, you want to keep it to yourself. You want to keep it really quiet, not tell anybody. Yeah, that's what you would do. Sources say that the Rings of Power had a 37% domestic completion rate. That would be customers who watched the entire series. Wow, 1 in 3. Congratulations, guys. Overseas, it reached 45%. A 50% completion rate would be solid, but not spectacular results, according to the insiders. Wait a minute, insiders. Experts, all the other stuff. If your show that you spent $1 billion on, and your best hope is people watch half of it, that'd be like, okay, we made the most expensive film ever made, and people stayed, for about a third. It would have been really nice if most people stayed for half of the movie before walking out in disgust. That'd be good. That'd be really good. No, it'd be terrible. I don't know why they're doing this. This show has not been a major awards contender either, overlooked by the major guilds, with the exception of one SAG-AFTRA nomination for a stunt ensemble. Wow, a nomination for $1 billion. That's all you... Amazon, you got to put a little bit of money into the pockets of the SAG people out there. They'll nominate the show. You got to grease the wheels. Got to grease the wheels just a little bit there. Who says woohoo? We got it 50%, right? Says P Money. That's true. I don't know. Insiders apparently. Insiders. But according to Sulky, the series has worked. People, listen. If you have Amazon Prime out there, has this series worked? Has it worked for you? Has the 30-odd% of people that finally made it through the entire series, did it work for you? Was that money well spent? Probably not. Probably not at all. This desire to paint the show as anything less than a success, it's not reflective of any conversation I'm having internally, she says. Well, that's because you're living in a bubble, lady, that's why. The second season, currently in production, will have more dramatic story turns, she added. Oh, that's nice. That's a huge opportunity for us. The first season required a lot of setting up. No, it doesn't. It's Lord of the Rings. You have lords and rings and of sometimes. It's for credit. You had 6 movies ahead of it before this. All the heavy lifting was done. You didn't need a whole lot of setup. That's right. They finally figured out that you need dramatic story turns, though. So there you go. They're learning. They're learning. Data from the Nielsen on minutes watched reveals that when it comes to original shows generally, Amazon has lagged. Yeah, they're pretty far behind. In 2022, Netflix hovered up the top 10 spots for original streaming series, with Amazon's The Boys in 11th place, department here. Ahead of Rings of Power at number 15. $1 billion. Using the same measurement, none of the top 15 originals of 2021 came from Amazon. Netflix took it for Handmaid's Tale. Oh boy. Oh, for crying out loud. Ted Lasso. Beer has Apple TV. Never seen one thing. It's all like happy. Oh, everything's happy. Oh, we're all so happy. Let's make a show about happiness. Yay, we're all happy. Happy. It's like Bear can be happy. He doesn't need a TV show. In Disney's WandaVision in the 14th spot. Before it all went down, WandaVision was actually kind of interesting. I suppose the very first couple of episodes, they kind of wanted to do something completely different from the movies, which was kind of interesting for a show, and then they kind of went down the same CGI mess of an ending, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, there you go. They kind of blew everything on WandaVision there. There you go. Essentially, WandaVision was a precursor for the Doctor Strange movie. There you go. P-Money saw 2 episodes of Rings of Power, and he figured out the 2 main twists pretty easily. That's unfortunate. I'm sure it had something to do with lords or maybe a ring, possibly. Apple TV should hire Beer to promote the show. It's about being happy. 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 It's going off this year, so that's fine. I don't need to. Apple TV is just kind of. Beer watched the Foundation show. That was interesting. Made more fun of it than anything else. Let's see, Space Jesus and Water Girl and just the whole. Lee Pace was just excellent at that. Everything else was just complete camp. Complete camp. It was just silly. Beer liked to make fun of it, though. It was actually Beer's first watch-along. Jiminy was out here. He's like, yeah, let's watch along. Let's do the Foundation. Beer started the Foundation watch-along. Jiminy was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Beer was just all by his lonesome there trying to do a freaking watch-along on a TV show that nobody actually watched. There we go. Many current and former Amazon exclusive executives, as well as showrunners who have series at the streamer and agents who made deals there, believe that this is no accident. They describe Amazon Studios as confusing and frustrating place to do business. When it comes to movies, where Amazon's footprint is expanding following the $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM. Holy cow. A year ago, a veteran producer, I would say probably a majority of that is the back catalog. Probably the back catalog. MGM, they've got James Bond, and they've got... That's it. I think that's it. James Bond, and that's about it. A veteran producer said that in recent years, there's been no sense of what the philosophy is. On the series side, numerous sources say they cannot discern what kind of material Salky and the head of television, Vernon Sanders, want to make. A showrunner with ample experience at the studio says there's no vision for what an Amazon Prime show is. You can't say. I Bear can't say. Rings and maybe Power, possibly. They stand for this kind of storytelling. It's completely random what they make and how they make it. Another showrunner with multiple series at Amazon finds it baffling that the streamer hasn't had more success. Amazon has, quote, more money than poor God. He's out there, he's like, I can make money from thin air. Amazon has more money than me? What's going on? Crying out loud. Let's see, if they wanted to produce unbelievable television, they certainly have the resources to do it. But not the talent, though. Not the talent. Foundation had promised, but they killed it, says Jiminy Cricket. He forgot. How dare you, sir? How dare you? But that's alright. Got Beer going on the watch-alongs, and the Rambo ones have done pretty well. Pretty well. Except for the the alternate channel is taking over the main channel, though. That's the only downside to it, but that's all right. Did Jimmy hear Bear talk about him and come running? That's true. Amy says, waste as much money as you want. It won't fix a lack of vision. Well, we'll get to this in just a second. This is, like I said, it's a long article. we won't do the whole thing. Let me finish it up here. But Saki believes the studio's approach fits Amazon's broad remit. Remit? Just say, oh, for crying out loud. Why you gotta be all fancy with it? I have never been one to say to the creative community, we need 5 action franchises and 3 workplace situation comedies. That's the kiss, of death. You don't reverse engineer true creative vision. We are programming for over 250 million households all across the entire globe. We would say we have a big, broad audience. No way. And we're looking for content that entertains the 4 quadrants, people. Male, female, under 35, and over 35. There's no trans in there. There needs to be a 5th quadrant here. Crying out loud, there's got to be a 5th quadrant somewhere in there. Somewhere. The question that makes many in Hollywood nervous is whether the Amazon studio overlords in Seattle believe they are getting enough bang for their mega bucks. The last thing the industry wants at a time of belt tightening is a cutback in spending from a deep-pocketed buyer. Very deep. Very, very deep. They were talking later on in the article, they talk about basically the only reason people work for you is because you pay a lot of money. Otherwise, they wouldn't even want to work with you. We'll get to that later. According to Saki, the concern is misguided. The proof exists that the giant tentpole shows are driving people to subscribe to Prime. She says, do we pressure ourselves to be more disciplined, more strategic? Of course, we constantly examine if we're producing the right amount of content at the right value to drive the most engagement across our service. And they go on with this next paragraph here, but basically, Amazon doesn't have to worry about it. Even Amazon, the delivery service, wasn't making a profit until just 5-6 years ago, something like that. It was only very recently. Amazon basically gets all of its money through the web cloud service that it provides there. So pretty much anything that's touched upon on the internet is probably going through some sort of Amazon, maybe Microsoft, usually an Amazon service out there. So that's basically where they get all of their money. So sure, hey, spend $1 billion on Lord of the Rings out there. If it doesn't make any money, who cares? We're not making money from the traditional studio side of things. We're making money from the cloud service. But aside from that, people are signing up for Amazon Prime for the shipping, basically the shipping service or some of the other features that they get. Maybe the Amazon Music. The Amazon Video Prime is just kind of a bonus, kind of an addition to it. It's kind of the nice little trinkets that they put on the steak. You're not buying it for the little fried onion or something like that on top of the steak. You're buying it for the friggin' steak. So Amazon Prime Video, it really doesn't have to deal with a lot of that economics that, like, let's say Disney or Warner Brothers has to deal with. Jiminy says, the only reason why I have Amazon Prime, the free next day shipping. There you go. And like, again, so you get it for that, and then you also say, oh, okay, yeah, that's right, I got Amazon Prime Video. I guess I'll check out the Lord of the Rings series, but, it's not, people aren't getting Amazon Prime free shipping because they want to watch Lord of the Rings. Usually it's the opposite, the other way around. Same thing with Apple. They're more. Beer would say they basically got Apple TV just so they can buy up a lot of producers and directors and all that sort of stuff, lighting and, all the stuff behind the scenes there. Basically so they can do their commercials and do their product launches. So that's where they get all of their money from. So Apple TV is like, whatever, it's nice, but it's not, they're not relying on any of that stuff. Let's see, let's see, P-Money says, I have a vision to win the lottery, so if I spend more money buying tickets, I believe I'll accomplish my mission. I hope so, P-Money. Hope so. But she says, what if you spend more money on tickets than the prize would be? Maybe you should save your money and just take the family out for pizza instead. There we go. Oh, goodness. Let's settle this. All right, P-Money, we're brooming this for just a moment. Let's settle this. Let's settle this right now. He says, pizza, my wife and I almost got to a war over pizza. She is a fruit on pizza person, and I think fruit should stay far away from pizza. Beer's going to have to agree with P-Money on that one. Have to agree. Fruit, I assume like pineapple? I guess. Maybe what other fruits would you put on there? I don't know. All right, people, here we go. Beer can't have it anymore. Lactose intolerant. The traditional beer pizza, pepperoni with extra cheese. That's really all you need. Maybe some onions if you wanna be fancy about it. Pepperoni, possibly some onions. If somebody wants black olives, that's fine. Beer's not eating a pizza for black olives. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you need, people. Maybe ham. Maybe you can do ham instead of pepperoni. Maybe. I guess, I don't know. Whatever. There you go. Some people like sardines. You would figure Beer would like sardines on his pizza. Not so much. Sardines themselves, maybe not on pizza. Strawberries and blueberries on pizza. Now, is this an actual pizza, like a pizza, or is this just something like, oh, we're gonna put, dough and like fruit together and we're gonna call it a pizza? It's gotta be the latter, right? Gotta be the latter, right? Miguel comes in. Sorry, pizza has tomato, and tomato is a fruit. Well, sir, you may have beer played there. You may have beer played. That might be. Yeah. All right. We'll go with Miguel on that one. I guess we do put fruit on our pizza. I guess so. That is pretty good. Pretty good there. Anyways, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I'll get back to it. Let's see. The great Amazon shows... transparent? What the hell? Transparent. It's not like a parent that's trans, is it? Yeah, maybe. The Marvelous Miss Maisel. The Marvelous Miss Maisel. There's too many M's in there. Isn't that the one where it's the lady that she's trying to sing or something? I saw a commercial about it. I was like back in the 30s or something like that. Or something like that. Oh, and Fleabag. Oh boy. With what's her face there? The lady that's gonna be Indiana Jones here. Oh boy. And popular series like The Boys. I suppose that's popular. Jack Ryan. There's two Jacks, people. Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher. In the Terminal List. I have no idea what that is. But is arguably never had a brand-defining show that is a commercial and critical juggernaut. In the vein of HBO's Game of Thrones, Netflix's Stranger Things, or why do we keep promoting Ted Lasso? It's like happiness, yay! And all of those Amazon series except for Jack Reacher and the Terminal List were launched when Selkie's, I believe it's this lady here, her predecessor, Roy Price, ran the studio. Oh, he departed in 2017 amid allegations of improper conduct. He got Me Too, didn't he? He was probably top of his game there, getting Jack Reacher and whatever the terminal list is there. He's at the top of his game. He's like, no, you can't do that. And then this lady took over. So there we go. One of her first things. We need to get Daisy Jones in the six, people. Like what? Huh? Daisy Jones in the Six kind of sounds like a submarine movie. Deep Six Daisy Jones. Based on the blah 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 novel and co-produced by Reese Witherspoon. She is how do we put this? A not nice person. She's got a very I'm so lovely and happy, outside personality, but uh, go check out Reese Witherspoon getting pulled over by a cop. That was an interesting one there. Let's see, her Hello Sunshine. Blah 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 blah. They just had lunch. Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so they put up $140 million. That's a Marvel movie into Daisy Jones and the Six. Anybody see Daisy Jones? Daisy Jones and the Six up there. Oh, pardon me, Jimmy. Let's see. He says, I watched a Prime Video once in a blue moon. Didn't watch a second of Rings of Power. It's $1 billion show, people. $1 billion show. $1 billion. Let's see. Oh my God, really? Okay. Transparent was, in fact, you're joking, right? You gotta be joking. Transparent was, in fact, not so sure about that, a parent who was trans. Hashtag sorry beer. Well, it was a cultural juggernaut, apparently. Beer has no idea. Oh, it's raining outside. How about that? Let's see. Miss Maisel? Miss Maisel? However you pronounce it. Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher are good Amazon series. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Jack Ryan. And also the Jack Ryan. They actually found a actor that could play Jack Reacher rather than a tiny Tom Cruise out there. He had the one with Christopher McQuarrie, the first Jack Reacher movie. They had a really fun. There was a scene in the movie where Jack Reacher was in like a bar or something like that. He starts a bar fight or something to that effect. And in the behind the scenes stuff, you could see Tom Cruise had to stand on an apple box. So they were shooting the scene, and they were looking each other right in the eyes. I'm gonna fight you, pal. Well, Tom Cruise was like a foot and a half, 2 feet shorter than the guy that he was trying to fight with there. So they actually had to put him up on a box there just to get him eye level with the fella there. I thought that would have been a great. Just show the shot. Just show Tom Cruise just like, okay, you want to fight me, pal? And then he steps up on the box. Like, let's go. And then just have him fight from the box the whole time. That would have been pretty funny there. Would have been pretty funny. I don't know how I got on the sidetrack with that, but there you go. Reese is pretty entitled. Don't you know who I am? That was a great video. I was still thinking about that. That's great. Nobody watched Daisy Jones. Nobody. Neither did Bear. $140 million. Down the drain. Just set it on fire. In part due to high... I'm sure that's what it was. By the way, in case you didn't notice, it's over. It's done with, people. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Thank God. It'll be the AI overlords, but we don't have to worry about the Wu flu. At least for a year. Wait till election season. Let's see. The show dropped March 3rd with solid numbers. What were those numbers? Jimmy says nobody watched it. And eventually topped Parrot's analytics. Well, he's just parroting stuff. The 2-year-old novel popped back into Amazon's bestseller list, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. However, insiders say the show remains just shy of the breakout hit the studio hoped for. Released around the same time. Don Glover. Oh my God, they got Don Glover in here. Oh yeah. The Return of Don Glover. Oh man, oh man. He does a nice sort of, music, but man, he is not a good actor at all. Swarm? Is that the one about the fan who kills the artist or whatever? You gotta watch out about that, Don Glover. Watch out about that one. $30 million budget, yada yada, blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay, so anyways, all this it is a long article. Let's get to the point though. Let's get to the point here. No one knows what he likes. That's this fella here, Vernon Sanders. Says a former executive at the streamer. In a similar vein, a producer who worked with Amazon says, Vernon seems so sincere. Well, look at that smile. Look at that smile. Barrett ever figured out the bald head with the goatee. Look, I could grow hair down here, but not up there. Like, oh, well, okay, all right. At least you can grow some hair. That's fine. Let's see. But when you talk to him about a project, you come away not knowing where you stand. What? Pardon me here, people. What kind of show does he really care about making? Question mark. At the end of the day, that makes it hard for talent to truly trust him. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Gotta wet the whistle. Sanders says his job is simply not to program for his own taste, echoing Salky's point about the importance of international. We have over 250 million global customers, so our goal is to program for everyone. We have a big, broad, diverse audience, he says. We see that as one of our strengths. We can produce global tentpoles as well as inventive, character-driven series with plenty in between. And our customers welcome it all, do they? Question mark? Your biggest series, half of them, it would have been nice if half of them walked out on you. That's why Lord of the Rings and Swarm can coexist and succeed in our service. The very next paragraph. Another complaint is that Sanders relies heavily on feedback from focus groups, which tend to favor broad and less inclusive programming. Remember, people, worldwide, broad audience, diverse, super diverse. They want less inclusive program. Several Amazon insiders say the reliance on testing and data led to a clash last summer when Amazon executive said in the marketing meeting for the series A League of Their Own that data showed audiences found queer stories off-putting and suggesting downplaying those themes in materials promoting the show. We can sucker them in, and then they'll find out there's queer stories, and then be off-put. But don't put them in advertising. You gotta sucker those people in there. Gotta at least get one episode watched. Crying out loud. In materials promoting a show, series co-creator William Graham became greatly concerned. I'm sure he stomped his feet about biases built into Amazon's series system, for evaluating shows, which multiple sources say often ranked broad series featuring, listen to me people, listen right here, broad series featuring straight, white, males above all others. That would be from their $250 million global consumers, big, broad, diverse audience. What do they want? Male leads, white male leads, straight, pardon me people, straight, white, male leads. One executive calls A League of Their Own, quote, a proxy for how diverse and inclusive shows are treated. Dun 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 dun. Well, is it in the next paragraph? Well, let's read the next paragraph. We'll figure out how inclusive that show is treated. Graham launched into an interrogation of the system, questioning multiple executives about it, stomping his feet. Amazon took the issue seriously and dropped the system of ranking shows based on audience scores. Insiders cite this show as one that Sanders did passionately support, but for months after it dropped, there's no word on whether it would be renewed. That shows how it was treated right there. Ultimately, Amazon agreed to to blackmail to a 4-episode second and final season. Didn't have too many straight white male leads. Still, several Amazon veterans believe that the system remains too dependent on those same test scores. All of this perpetration of white guys with guns. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, said one. And another, relying on debt is soul-crushing. There's never... I know the testing wasn't that great, but I believe this. The guy that stomped his feet declined to comment out there. So there you are. In literally 3-4 paragraphs here, they went from, we're doing great. We've got a big, broad, diverse audience that we love so much. Well, what do they want? Well, they want straight, white, male leads. Well, we can't have that. We don't want the testing. But I want to go my own way. Please. So there you go. There's Amazon and their schizophrenic sort of, do you call it a network? Amazon network, I suppose. They're a streaming service out there. So there you go. That's why it's so schizophrenic. It is a long article. Do check it out. It is a good article. I need to give credit here. Hold on. It was THR. Kim Masters out here. So oops. Thank you, Kim. That's what she looks like. There you go. There's Kim. Kim Masters is the editor-at-large at Hollywood. Oh, God, that guy, dang it, I turned on the frickin' stuff. I get frickin' cookies now. Gosh darn it. Anywho, there you go. Hollywood reporter Kim Masters. Good stuff. That's down there in the description. In the description for you good people. Let's see. Jiminy says queer stories are off-putting. That's why I don't subscribe to Logo. What the hell is Logo? I almost read that as Lego, and I'm like, wait a minute, what do Legos have to do with queer stories? Okay, anyways. Don't put creepy alt-sex contents into shows made for all audiences. Yeah, again, they're trying to hit all four of their quadrants out there. Didn't have that pesky 5th quadrant. And every single time that they went to go do it, they say, yeah, we want more white, straight, male leads. A guy with a gun, sort of deal. And that's not just the United States. They're doing it worldwide. They talk about it in the article here, how they're trying to get into South Africa, for example. South Africa isn't well known for its love of straight white white males out there, but even they wanted to say, yeah, we want to have, like what Bear's doing with the Rambo watch-alongs. We want the classic movies out there with a strong lead. Doesn't have to be a male, but a good strong lead with good positive values out there. The good triumphs over evil. Your classic tales out there. Maybe told in a new way, but classic stuff out there. That's a majority of people around the world want what Hollywood put out, from 1910 through 1995, let's just say. Well, wait a minute. When did The Matrix come out? We'll just go to 2000. So for that 90-year stretch, that's what people around the world want from American television, American shows, American movies. Past 20 years, they said, screw that, we don't need that. And this is what we get. We get $1 billion being flushed down the drain. How much was it for that other stupid one? Let me see here. Hold on just 1 second. It's like 100 and something million. Pardon me, people. $140 million to produce, what was it called? The submarine movie called Daisy Jones and the Deep Six. $140 million. Logo's the gay channel on cable. Well, there seems to be a lot of them these days. Holy cow. Could be just the only one. Let's see. Imagine relying on audience reactions to determine what content to provide to those audiences. The nerve, he says. The nerve. You know, test screenings aren't always correct and accurate. A lot of times, you'll have a movie come out and it's probably pretty good, and they'll do it through the test audience, and the test audience might not like the ending, so they'll redo the ending, and the ending might actually be worse. Usually, you want to kind of do multiple ones and kind of grade from there. So if there's, certain, people are talking about a certain character or a certain ending or something like that over time, multiple times, yeah, listen to that. But mainly you're just kind of looking for an affirmative out there. You want the people to say, oh, okay, yes, I like this movie. So the producer says, oh, okay, hey, this test audience likes this movie or TV show. Here you go, studio boss, give us money to greenlight it, or, well, it's already greenlit. Give us money to do the P&A out there. Give us some advertising money out there. So probably a little bit of that. So there you are. There is Amazon. Anyways, long article. Didn't want to get into all of that, but you guys check that out. Oh shoot, I forgot to put this. I need to put this in the link. I don't want to talk about it here, but meant to talk about it the last time. Alex Berenson suing. Let's go down the list here. Brandon, suing Brandon, Andrew M. Slavitt, Robert Fahey, a bunch of FDA people for basically kicking him off at Twitter there. So he sued Twitter a while back and won. Well, settled, I should say. Settled. So now he's taking the next step and going to Brandon out there. Let me copy this. 1 second here, people. Let me do the thing with the thing. Get back here. There we go. Get off of that. But I'll put it in the... We'll do it in the description here. Just in case. 1 second here. Find out where I'm at. There we go. There we go. They've got a show that Beer's watching called Alex versus the U.S. or something like that. This is Alex versus Brandon. Alex versus Brandon out there. So there you go. Anyways, that's that. Went through it, all that sort of stuff. So hey, not bad for a lazy Saturday where Beer. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, people. Beer really didn't really plan a whole lot for this show. He was busy getting finger food, beer, all that good stuff next door. So there you go. Beer wanted to do the show, but it was like, oh, I don't know, what the heck are we gonna do? I only got one campaign update. Tell some tall tales here. Anyways, anywho, there we are, people. Let me get through the audience here. Let's see. Disney figured that out, says Amy. People like stories of princesses being rescued by their prince. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Good to see Lindy out here. All of us non-participating weekly looky-loos, thank Bear. We call you the lurkers out there. And all the mods for another evening of great entertainment. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Lindy. Bear thought he was just stringing it together. People are saying, hey, I love the show, Bear. Love the show. Yes, indeed. Well, it is pouring down rain outside, so I hope the internet here will stay with Bear for just a minute here, because he's got to thank a number of great people out here, including all of our Lesters, all of our P-Moneys out here. Jimmy, I gotta thank Jimmy. Miguel, always great to see Miguel. One of the earliest subscribers to Bear's channel. Now we're up to 300 and... Let's see, the one channel is 370 something. I think that's this channel, and the other one is 382, 384 out there. So it has exploded out here. Oh, and Jeff as well. I don't want to forget Jeff this time. Buy his book, people. Buy his book. Yes, indeed. Beer puts on a good show. Beer will take a good show over a professional show any day of the week. Yes, indeed. All right, and also all of our lurkers, like Lindy out there, and Russian bots. We want to thank each and every one of you out there. Much appreciated very much. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 o'clock or so, whenever Bear figures out the button and how to press it here. We try and do it right around that time. So once again, Bear getting a little hungry here. He's only had the finger food. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrrr.